Good morning. I'm back in the shop today and I'm going to be working on the valve that I made to completely finish it up. It's been made, but I'll take it apart and show you how it looks on the inside too, and with the diaphragm. But I've done this over the last couple of days, getting all the parts and pieces put together. Naturally, it's going to be starting out with a block that looks like this, and it's just about 2 3/4 inches long and 1.5 inches square. It's all aluminum, and I've got it marked so that I know where I want to do everything. The number of steps that it takes in order to make this thing is pretty extensive. It takes about 30 different operations. First thing I have to do is drill a hole completely through the block, 1/4 inch. Then I drill the 4 bolt holes here up to about, well, to start with, I think it's about 1.5 inches. And then the next thing would be to drill the big hole here. And then there's a hole inside also that has to be made larger. I don't know, you can't really see that, I guess. But after that's drilled, then the next one is this hole. And then I take it back out, turn it around, and drill this hole. And then the next thing would be to cut this piece here off of there all the way through. Then I end up with 2 pieces. The next operation would be to drill this out a little bit bigger and drill this out a little bit bigger. And then I need to go back in and re-drill these, or tap these holes after I've re-drilled them deeper. And then I have to go back and re-drill these holes to make them 1/4 inch. The next thing would be to make the diaphragm that goes on the inside. The diaphragm is actually what's going to seal it to make it airtight. That was a problem I had with the other valves, that around the stem that comes through here, that was leaking. I had an O-ring on it, but for some reason it would not seal properly. So I wanted to go with the diaphragm to make sure that it sealed properly. I'm losing my bolts. So that's how it works in order to make this valve. I haven't tried it yet today, so once I put it back together, get my L's and things that go on this part of it here, they screw in on both sides. One there and then be one over here. Then I'll be able to hook it up to the air compressor and see what happens whenever I put air pressure to it. So for now, rather than stand here and have you watch for maybe a half an hour when I mess with putting these things together and test it, I'm just going to go ahead and shut the video off for now. And once I get it tested, I'll go a little bit further on what I'm doing next. Well, it's been about 4 or 5 days since I added to this video, but in the meantime I've been working on the valves. as I expected when I designed them. Everything looked good, but I had to make some modifications and changes on it, especially on the inside, because the rubber reinforced material that I use for the diaphragm was a little bit thicker and stiffer than what I expected it to be. So I had to make the holes a little larger and a little bit deeper. And then I went around and made sure there wasn't any leaks and things and checked them out that way. Also, I made the brackets that will be used to attach the valves to the bracket holder or the valve holder. They'll just kind of clamp underneath and then over the top of the valve to hold it in place and make it able to adjust then back and forth and in and out, whichever I need to get it done. They seem to be working okay. Next thing I'll be working on is I want to make the frame and the actual housing itself better and smaller and a little bit more efficient. And again, I'm going to have to make the prototype out of wood in order to make sure that everything works and is in the right places and does what it's supposed to. But this will be the design that I'm working on right now. I've got the parts cut, but I need to do the areas for the bearings, and then once I get that done, I'm going to try putting it on the bicycle and see where I need to make the attachment pieces that go on the bicycle to attach this to the bicycle. And I'm quite sure I'm going to need some side supports that go from the motor down to the area on the bicycle where I can attach either, I'm not sure if it'll have to have springs that put tension on the wheel to the bicycle, or if the weight of the frame and all is enough to keep the wheel in contact with the bicycle wheel good enough. That I'll have to wait and see. But today, like I said, I'm going to start assembling the framework, make the bearing holes, and put the wheel and bearings in and go from there. So I guess maybe I should go ahead and get started. So I'll do that while I have my coffee at the same time. So I'll keep you posted, but it'll be maybe another day or two before I add to the video. But till then, I'll keep working and you guys stay safe too. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the shop again today. I had the basic framework put together, although I've already decided I need to make a few modifications. This part down in here seems to be okay. I do need to make it a little bit wider, you know, this way, wider, this way, to fit down over the bicycle frame a little better. And also this rod that I have here where the cylinders attach, this part in here is in the way. So I'm going to make a metal frame that fits up, over, and down, and then I'll just have a pin on each side. So that'll free up this center here where I can get down another 4 or 5 inches actually onto the tire, which I need to do. But other than that, I kind of like the way it looks. But as always, I need to make some modifications on it. But I'll do that, and then I'll go a little further with the video. But for now, I'm going to shut it off and do some things to it. I've made the modifications that I wanted to on the bicycle assist, and it looks like it's going to be fitting pretty fair. It's going to ride pretty much in the center, hopefully, with the groove in the tire. And we'll see then what it does a little bit later on when I actually have all the stuff cut off and things that I want. I'm going to have to put that plate on the front up here where the bracket will come down, and have a pin sticking out here for the cylinder to attach. But the rest of it looks like it'll be okay as is, and we'll just have to go with that for now. I'm going to call it a day and go ahead and make this video and put it out. Got a few things I have to do to it yet, but it'll take me another day or so, I guess, on that, and I'll make another video to bring you up to date when I do that and do some of the testing on it possibly. I still have the air lines to figure out, and tank to figure out, and a cover over the bicycle assist to make it look a little better, and that'll be in the next video. But also, while I'm talking, those of you who are just viewers and have not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on what I'm doing. It'll also help motivate me to continue doing what I'm doing. And for those of you who are longtime viewers, I appreciate your hanging in there with me, and I'm hoping that I do the videos that you're interested in and make you want to see more. If so, please give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, and that'll also give me motivation. So, till next time, thank you for checking in, and hope to see you soon.